My name is Shadowheart, loyal servant of Shar, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that.
There's something about Shadowheart that feels like the edge of a blade. Sharp, elegant, and dangerous if you're not careful. But look closer, and you'll find the story of indoctrination, identity, and the brutal cost of faith. Shadowheart enters Baldur's Gate 3 as a mystery, a half-elf cleric sworn to the goddess Shar, sent on a divine mission she can barely remember. With her memories locked and her loyalties unclear, she keeps everyone, especially the player, at arm's length. But as you journey together, you start to realize this isn't just a companion on a mission. This is someone at war with herself. Raised in a Sharran cult, Shadowheart was conditioned to suppress empathy, connection, and even her own memories. Her devotion isn't organic, it's enforced. And that is where her arc gets compelling. She doesn't know who she is, but the player might help her remember.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look?
One of the greatest strengths in Baldur's Gate is how it lets the players shape the character arcs. Shadowheart can stay loyal to Shar, reject the goddess entirely, or choose a middle path. The Sharran Order didn't just demand loyalty. They took her memories, her real name, her parents. Her entire past was erased. That's not just world building. It's a metaphor for how abusers manipulate identity through control. To reclaim herself, Shadowheart has to confront what was taken and choose who she wants to become.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits.
Shadowheart's romance isn't instant. It's earned. She's guarded, defensive, slow to trust. But if the player shows her kindness, she responds with something rare in RPGs. Real emotional growth. Enhancing her means witnessing vulnerability and strength intertwine.
With you. You keep dangerous company.
Her early party interactions, especially with Lizelle, are tense. Shadowheart is defensive, often abrasive. But as the party bonds, we see her grow. From distrust to compassion, from obedience to self-direction. In those quiet moments at camp after battle, where we glimpse at the woman behind the devotion.
Is this truly what you want?
It is what we need. All of us.
Shadowheart's final choice is devastating and powerful. Stay loyal to Shar, and she murders her parents and embraces darkness. But rejects Shar, and she saves them, stepping into the sunlight for the first time. Both endings feel true, but only one frees her.
Lady Shar. I can feel her all around. This is her domain. This is the Shadowfell.
Shadowheart isn't just a cleric of darkness. She's a character forged by trauma, tested by belief, and transformed by choice. Her story doesn't hand you hope. It asks if you're willing to help her fight it. Her story doesn't just hand you hope. It asks if you're willing to help her fight for it. So, what direction did you take with Shadowheart? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for joining me on this deep dive into Shadowheart's journey. Let me know in the comments, did your version of her embrace the light or the dark? And if you love rich story games, subscribe for more Pixel and Plot episodes, and we'll see you in the next one.